Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. I'm Jeff Myers. I'm the Region 4 engineer for the Illinois Department of Transportation. You know, this is always a special time of year for us here at IDOT when we are emerging from another Illinois winter and getting ready to get back to rebuilding and building a better transportation system for you and for your families. Across Illinois today, we are commemorating National Work Zone Awareness Week, the unofficial start of the construction season. Thanks to Governor Pritzker's historic Rebuild Illinois capital program and the recent boost from the Federal Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, you are going to be seeing work zones in every corner of the state again this year. The Governor and IDOT are both committed to making the safety of workers and the traveling public a priority this year. Last year, there were 25 deaths and more than 1,600 injuries in Illinois work zones. The cones over here represent the work zone fatalities from 2017 to 2021, more than 140. We can and we must do better. The only acceptable number of deaths in work zones is 0. As the weather improves, the number of projects beginning will increase. Just this week, we started a patching project on Wabash Avenue and MacArthur Boulevard in Springfield. And also the 5th and 6th Street railroad underpasses have started work again this season. We need your help to get the word out. The work zone safety is everyone's responsibility. Joining us today at events across Illinois are our partners at the Illinois State Police, the Illinois Tollway, laborers, locals throughout the state, Associated General Contractors of Illinois, Illinois Road and Transportation Builders Association, the American Traffic Safety Services Association, and Midwest Truckers Association. I apologize if I've missed any, but I'm very proud that our list of safety partners continues to grow and get stronger every year. We also have many members of our IDOT family with us today as well, including highway maintainers who are behind me, who are in the field every day, putting their lives on the line, as well as a couple of our construction staff. I urge you to seek them out once we conclude our events to hear about their experiences and the risk they face keeping the roads safe and open to traffic. It will truly give you something to think about. The theme for National Work Zone Awareness Week this year is work zones are assigned to slow down. We know that speeding is a problem and is contributing to the rise in traffic fatalities across the country. The speed limits in work zones are set to keep both the drivers and the workers safe. But just obeying those posted work zone speed limits will be a huge step to reaching 0 fatalities in the work zones. And remember, the people you pass on the equipment behind the cones and the barricades, they're somebody's father, somebody's mother, a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, a daughter, friend, a neighbor. And whether you encounter a small crew pothole patching or a larger project on the interstate crossing several miles, the people in those work zones working there want to get home at the end of the day, just like all of us do. Driving in and around the work zones requires our undivided attention. First, we need to avoid all distractions. We also need to obey all the signs. So signs are there to help us safely navigate through the work zones. Also need to pay attention to the surroundings. Conditions such as lane shifts or closures can change quickly. Be on the lookout for slowed or stopped traffic. And consider the limitations of heavy equipment, trucks, and commercial vehicles, giving them plenty of distance to come to a complete stop if they are behind you. And yes, please slow down. These common sense rules are meant to save your lives, not just the lives of our workers. But our statistics show that roughly 9 out of 10 work zone fatalities are not necessarily the workers, but they're actually the drivers and their passengers who are traveling through the work zones. Sadly, we were reminded of these dangers last week with a tragedy in the Metro East area that involved a death when a local motorist collided with one of our IDOT trucks performing spring maintenance operations on Interstate 64. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and also to remind everyone of the importance of Scott's Law. Distracted driving has reached an epidemic level on our roads. And our friends with the Illinois State Police, they continue to experience great heartache and pain due to people either being unwilling or unaware of the need to pull over, to slow down for stopped vehicles on the side of the road. It's time for this to stop, and it's time for it to stop now. We're doing our part at IDOT to make this construction season and this year our safest one ever on Illinois roads. But this has got to be a team effort. Do your part and drive smart. With that, I would like to invite Lieutenant Craig Poole with the Illinois State Police to say a few words. Craig?
Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Craig Poole with the Illinois State Police. I currently serve with District 9 in Springfield. The Illinois State Police is honored to partner with the Illinois Department of Transportation for the 2022 Work Zone Safety Awareness Week. The Illinois State Police is committed to ensuring the safety of the motoring public, construction zone workers, and other emergency personnel where highway construction is occurring. Throughout construction season, troopers will be actively patrolling work zones. We will work alongside with highway workers to monitor traffic flow and identify motorists who disobey work zone speed limits and other applicable laws. Speeding in work zone is a serious offense which can result in tragic consequences. The minimum fine for a first offense of speeding in a work zone is $250. A second offense results in a driver's license being suspended for 90 days and a $750 fine. Along with assigning ISP officers to construction zones, we will also have photo speed enforcement vans deployed in work zones across the state. These fully marked photo enforcement vans are equipped with the latest in photo radar technology designed to record the speed of vehicles and to caption clear images of the driver and license plate. Signs will be placed in work zones where photo enforcement vans are being used. These signs will provide ample warning to the motoring public to slow down. Motorists are reminded it's unlawful and unsafe to drive distracted. Texting, emailing, and browsing the internet on an electronic device while driving are all prohibited by Illinois law. Lastly, the ISP would like to remind the public of the dangers of working on Illinois roadways. To date, our agency has had 10 squad cars struck as a result of Scott's Law violation, and it's only April. In 2021, there were 22 Scott Law related crashes, one resulting in serious injuries to the trooper. Today we're asking for the help from the motoring public to simply be mindful of all the road workers and allow us to fulfill our duty of protecting our citizens and maintaining our roadways. Our greatest hope is that the public sees the crashes and injuries and sometimes tragedies they bring and learn from it. That they take our message and safety and spread it as the new seeds of spring to grow safer travel environments for all roadway users. Scott Law, otherwise known as the Move Over Law, requires motorists to slow down and to move over if they can do so safely when approaching an emergency vehicle with their emergency lights activated. This also includes construction vehicles, tow trucks, fire trucks, ambulances, law enforcement, and any stationary vehicles with their hazard lights activated. Crashes that occur in work zones or while emergency workers are on an incident are particularly disheartening, because a large majority of them could be avoided if motorists are simply paying attention. It's our hope, with a unified commitment, multi-agency partnership, and a joint effort amongst our workers and the community, and that our work zones and emergency responders will be safer while carrying their duties on Illinois roadways. I appreciate your time and thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. I'm Brent Whitecotton with the Illinois Laborers Training Program. All right, I'd like to speak about one particular part of my work zone. It's who I'm involved with. The first person you generally see out there, the flagger or that spotter out there, because I've trained quite a few of them over the last 10 years. Right? I know a lot of these individuals. Matter of fact, one of these cones over here represents an individual that I personally trained, that I personally know. I also know that his wife and his family did not get to see him come home that evening. Not that anything he was doing was wrong, just the way it sometimes is, because that first person you see out there is a very dangerous job, even though some people take it lighthearted because of what they believe he is doing or that individual is doing. Right? They see him as just that flagger or just that spotter. Right? That is a dangerous position. I would like to emphasize, please pay attention when you see them. They are trying to get you through that zone and as a safe and efficient manner, so no more cones are added to this pile over here. All right? That's about all I really want to say. Be aware. Pay attention to that individual out there. They are trying to help you get through this zone so we can all go home. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to introduce Bill Fry.
Good morning, I'm Bill Fry with the Associated General Contractors of Illinois. So work zone safety is one of the top priorities of the Associated General Contractors of Illinois. And we're proud to partner with the Illinois State Police and the Illinois Department of Transportation and the hard-working men and women that go out there and work in those work zones every day. So really what I want to say is please help carry this message to everyone, not just today or not just this week or not just April because it's the awareness month, but all year long. You got to do it all year long. We got to keep reminding everybody to slow down and be safe in those work zones. And carry that message to the folks that aren't here today and the ones that aren't going to read it or see it or hear it. And tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell your children and your friends. Pay attention in those work zones. Every time you see orange, consciously think, those are humans working there, and slow down. No distractions ever, and slow down and obey that speed limit, one of the most crucial things you can do. Please help us have a safe construction season.
Good morning. I'm Don Schaefer with Midwest Truckers Association. We represent about 4,000 trucking companies here in Illinois. A large percentage of those are involved in many construction projects. Work closely with the people who are behind me today, and we take work zone safety very seriously. As Illinois moves ahead with its aggressive transportation infrastructure improvement program, we want to urge motorists, just like everyone else has today, to be especially careful in these construction zones, especially when they're around large trucks, equipment, and workers in the construction zones. Trucks make frequent stops while entering and exiting a construction zone. Do us a favor, watch your speed, put down the phone, and keep your distance. This year we'll be seeing more construction zones than ever. Right now they're probably the most dangerous place to be on a highway, but they're necessary. Remember to have a little patience and exercise some caution. We want everyone to be able to go home at the end of the workday. Safety is a key word. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Paul Wapple, Public Information Officer with the Illinois Department of Transportation. If you have any questions for anybody who spoke this morning, please let me know. They're available for one-on-one interviews. If you'd like to talk to one of our highway maintainers that can talk about, what it's like to be out in a work zone and, see cars and vehicles, trucks flying by. These are big pieces of equipment, as you can see, one of our snow plows on the right and some damaged equipment over here. We have a lot of equipment out there. It's big, it's heavy, sometimes hard for people to see. So if you have any questions, just let us know. We have a press release. We'll give a copy to each of you. So if you need one-on-ones, any questions, let us know. Thank you for being here.